Hey you guys, this is Ashley here at RNA Baskets. Just want to come on here and share with you guys just a cool little quick tip on how to make like a nice little sturdy base using a gift basket that you might have got maybe like on sale, or if you happen to need a certain color for a gift basket, instead of having to wrap a box, I want to kind of show you guys a seamless way to make I guess a base for your gift box using a gift basket. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down for a second and go ahead and get into the video. So I actually was watching a video on, I think, TikTok or Facebook, and the person did a similar concept to this, but it wasn't this. So kind of when I did it, and y'all know those makeup bags that we got from from Dollar Tree, like we've been getting those little makeup bags. I kind of combined two different techniques to kind of get that box concept. So first thing you're gonna need is just a regular gift bag. Usually, guys, you can use any size gift bag, but I like the bigger gift bags because, as you can see, it does a really good job on like holding a lot of things. So I have a gift bag, and these are optional. You can, if you're a good, like if you can eye stuff, if you're good at eyeballing things, you can, but I'm kind of precise. So I like to use like a ruler. I have just some scissors, some regular scissors. I probably should got some better scissors than that, y'all. This is a box cutter. And then a cute little pen. And just some extra scraps of, if you have, I have this, y'all, I had sold some Chris Brown t-shirts for Breezy Bowl, and I have this extra thing that I use as a sign. So this is just my little extra scrap piece of cardboard that I'm going to use. Of course, some filler paper. I'm running low, y'all. I'm running low, so I got some filler paper. And okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, and that's what, if you like to use, I like to use the larger gift bags, but if you want to use any size gift bag, you can kind of eyeball how big you want it. So me, I literally just cut it right. I'm going to cut it right here in half. I'm going to go ahead and cut the the gift bag in half. Okay. And you, like I said, in this part, you don't really need a ruler because it's already kind of lined up where you should cut it. So for me, it's going to be a little bit easy just to cut it right here. And while I'm doing this, you guys just take a second, if you don't mind, just to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate y'all getting me over 1,000 subscribers. And I hope to continue to grow in the community. And I just appreciate you guys so much. So if you don't mind, just taking a second to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're watching. So we are going to save this piece, guys, because we can use this for a variety of different things. For example, use this for a backer. Of course, you can still use this as a what do you call it, like a to and from kind of sign as well. So we're going to save that, but we now have our gift basket, and here we go. So you can see this is like the gift basket, right? My little pet peeve about it, you can't see this little indentation line, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do, I have some scrap pieces of paper, but I'm going to go ahead and take my ruler and just measure about, just roughly, just to see how much. It's going to be around 7.5 inches, maybe 7 3/4 inches. And this is going to go about, let's see here, about maybe 15 inches across the bottom. Now, we're just going to do a rough cut. So let me take my box here, y'all. And this right here is about 9 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that just to have something to work with. So as like I told y'all, I was selling Chris Brown t-shirts at a concert. So I just had this like leftover kind of cardboard sitting around, and it's really easier to use a box cutter, guys, personally, but I kind of have to go over it a couple times. Make sure that you're not cutting on any, of course, you guys know this, but I like to use my little, what do you call it, board here. So getting our bag back, we can even take the bag, and I'm going to lay it across the back here and just take my pen and trace just how you know, my measurements. Instead of having to take that ruler, at this point now I'm just going to have to take my pen and kind of trace. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do like to use my ruler so that when I am cutting across, it is at least a straight line. So let me just cut this piece off. I just fold it a couple times because this knife is not that sharp. Okay. And we are going to cut on the other side. You can also use, on some of my bags that I've done, I've used the foam board. It's a little better for me to use boxes, me personally. And sometimes if it doesn't cut all the way through, I just take some scissors and just so the lines are all jagged and stuff, you know. But it should just kind of come off. So, you can use foam board, but you know sometimes that foam board gets a little hard to work with. So I prefer an actual box. All right. So this is going to be, we're going to just kind of measure it out to make sure we got it nice and good. So we want a snug fit. So we're going to go ahead and open it on up. I'm going to go ahead and put it on in there. All right. Get on in there. So we're going to make us another piece, just like that. And I'm going to take this other side of this board. Just cut a little piece off. And it's best to do it this way, like cut the, if you have like a big old piece of board, just go ahead and cut down a portion that you're going to use. That way you're not kind of having to work with this big old board, right? Just cut off a piece that you want to use. And then this piece that we just did is going to be our guide. And just again, we'll just take that pen and make, you see I'm just outlining for the, just outlining it here. Okay. Real quick and easy. It doesn't, I know, you know, we do a little project here and there, y'all, but this doesn't have to be too, you know, complex or anything like that. I know some of us can make those heart boxes and some of us, you know, so it's not really a complex thing. It's just doing some measurements and fitting everything in there. It should only take just a few minutes to do it. You don't even have to take that extra step to wrap the box and get the creases and all that. You know, this is going to give it a nice seamless look all the way around. Okay, so I'm just taking my scissors. Let's cut this extra piece off. All right. Sorry for the silence. Feel free to fast forward through this part if you like. But any extra scraps or pieces that you have, make sure you keep those too, because you never just know when you might need them. But I just have to go back afterwards and just... All right, cut it like that. All right, so now we have our front and back. And a lot of these bags already have kind of like a little bottom piece. You don't just have to do the bottom necessarily if you don't want to, but we now have the front and back, and now we're going to work on the sides. And on the sides, I'm just going to do a rough, just like with my pen here, I'm just going to do like a rough mark out, kind of like a rough mark out where this side, how long the side piece is. Take my ruler, make sure my line is straight. This way. Bam, thank you, ma'am. Do another sizing just to kind of see. So you guys can kind of see. You're gonna see how it's kind of a little bit tall. So I just take a little pen and kind of make a rough mark out. of what I need to cut. And I sometimes just cut a little bit lower just to give it some give. Just cut a little bit lower than that mark. Let me just take my scissors. We're just going to try to go ahead and try to fit it on in here. So, all right. So we're going to make one more. Hold on a second, y'all. There we go. I'm looking at this right here, and I'm looking like I might need to just cut it a little bit. So give me 1 second to make a quick alteration. Just going to cut a little piece off the side. I don't want it to, we want it to be a snug fit, but I don't want it to go over, I don't want it to go over the crease line. But, so I'll just take a little piece off. Alright. So just so you can see the inside, this is what we have. Side, side, and bottom. I'm going to make one more for the other side. Like I said, just get your scrap piece, get your little pen, just make your little, kind of little guide like that. You don't have to be perfect, y'all. You don't really have to be perfect. This is just like a rough cut. I'll just cut it a few times to make sure. Let me just grab my scissors and make sure we get it all the way cut out there. All right. And once you do this, you have your, some of this stuff out the way. You have your 4 sides. Get a little snug. Cut this one down a little bit too, y'all. This other side is a little snug. So as you're going, you'll see the little alterations you might need to make here and there. So again, this is just, we just want a rough cut. Okay. Once again, y'all make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my video, please. Y'all make sure I try to be a little bit more consistent as well, so that I can give y'all something to, you know, something to look at, something to watch. I just realized I might need to do a little rough cut on this other side too, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let's take that little extra, look, a little slim piece needs to come off. Here we go. Debris in there, y'all. Alright, there we go. Nice and snug. Y'all see that? Nice and snug. So we just get us some, I already have some, what do you call it, paper already crinkled up. So I ain't gotta make all that noise. Well, not too much noise. Get you some filler paper. Fill it on in. You can optional put you some tissue on the top. And there you have it. And she is ready. So what I like to do, my signature thing, y'all, if y'all watch some of my previous videos, y'all know I like to do a little trim. So I got some of these cute little decorative ribbon last year from, I think, Dollar General. And what I like to do, if you have any type of ribbon, you can just go around and hot glue it all around the sides. Once you do that, then you're going to have your box looking like this. And it's ready to go. Y'all see that? And y'all can do that with any type of gift bag. Let me show y'all real quick this Mother's Day one that I did. Now, the Mother's Day one is super cute. And it actually said Happy Mother's Day on it. But if you want, I'm going to come back and show you guys a tutorial on how I did that. Because it said for the best Mom Happy Mother's Day. But I took the piece of the bag that I cut off up here. I took it, it had like a butterfly on it and a little flower. I took and cut that out and covered up the Happy Mother's Day. And now it just says for the best mom. Cute, y'all. Super cute, nice and sturdy. Look at that. Ain't got to do too much of nothing. But anyway, if y'all like this little concept, y'all please make sure to leave me a comment and let me know. And if you try it, please tag me and let me know how it turned out for you guys. And again, y'all, sometimes if you ain't got a particular color for a box or, you know, a concept that you're trying to use, this is a really good idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye, you guys.